Universal Studios Roblox is among one of the highest rated Roblox theme parks on the platform, but its origins and fate would beg to differ. Born from a player known as Andrew of Peace, as he fell in love when he first went to Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Orlando. So when he got home, Andrew of Peace, his partner Andrew Jameson, and a future number of Roblox developers would go on to make Roblox's #1 theme park. On June 17, 2016, Universal Studios Roblox officially opened. Roblox's newest theme park had several headlining attractions, including The Walking Dead, The Flying Dinosaur, Dr. Doom's Fearfall, and Battlestar Galactica. The park would also house 2 short-lived attractions, that being the Beetlejuice Graveyard Review and a Despicable Me minigame. In August 2016, Springfield, USA made its way into Universal Roblox, and Battlestar Galactica would be rethemed into the more iconic and signature Incredible Hulk coaster. Along with this update came the opening of Revenge of the Mummy, which we'll see more of later. Aside from relocating Springfield, USA, Universal Studios Roblox's first major update came in early 2017, as the Flying Dinosaur was removed from Jurassic Park and replaced with Megalodon. The first Simpsons attraction at the park, called Stu's Disco Coaster, would debut in Springfield, USA, as well as Back to the Future the Ride in Sci-Fi City. Interestingly, Megalodon's layout would be shortened just a few weeks after opening, as Cabana Bay and City Walk were opened later on in the year and had entrances right where Megalodon was. The rest of 2017 consisted of new land updates, with the New York and London areas being added, as well as an extended amount of greenery taking over the tan style the park initially bared when it opened. In March 2018, the Discovery Center in Jurassic Park would be revamped and opened, along with a new coaster called Cavern Explorer. Around this time, a developer named DePale was working on his own version of Universal's Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Andrew of Peace invited him to join the team, which would help finish the land, as well as its signature attraction, Harry Potter: The Forbidden Journey. That June, Megalodon would close, and Springfield, USA would be expanded. On July 6, 2018, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter and Forbidden Journey ride would open. After that, there was a large period of dormancy, as the fan base around Universal Studios Roblox grew. Then, in March 2019, the Cinematic Spectacular, the first nighttime show at the park, opened. A little while afterward, in July, Jurassic Park River Adventure would open. Due to Disney's acquisition of 20th Century Fox and The Simpsons, Universal Studios Roblox was forced to say goodbye to the land at the end of August, as well as Stu's Disco Coaster and Kang and Koda's Twirl and Hurl. Due to the global pandemic in 2020, Universal Studios Roblox's popularity began to skyrocket, and with that came another new ride, Fast and Furious Supercharged, which, while a very similar hybrid to Rock 'n' Roller Coaster, was still favored with its soundtrack and Fast and Furious touch. In May, the production lot where Cinematic Spectacular was located was redesigned to accommodate Universal Roblox's next new ride, Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. Cinematic Spectacular was relocated to Sci-Fi City, and the once extensive City Walk was squished into the same server as the production lot. Around the same time, Revenge of the Mummy, which had been refurbished a year earlier, was updated to make the show building more realistic, as well as the scenes being more detailed. After another period of dormancy, Universal Roblox would welcome the Ghostbuster Maze from their last Halloween Horror Nights as a permanent addition to the park beginning in 2021. That February, the first major coaster in Jurassic Park since Megalodon would open, known as the Jurassic Coaster. A while later, in part due to the 5th anniversary of Universal Studios Roblox, the Halloween Horror Nights Vault would be added, featuring every Halloween Horror Nights event except for 1 and 2. However, the Vault would only be around for 8 months before it eventually went offline. Then, at the end of June, Alien Attack, a ride that had been in development since the park first opened in 2016, opened to enormous fanfare. Outside of a waterslide addition to Cabana Bay, Universal Studios Roblox theoretically was complete, though during that period of time, Andrew of Peace had stepped down, and DePale had taken full control as the new CEO. Changes that followed led Universal Roblox and its community into what can only be referred to as the worst year of the game's existence. On January 3rd, 2022, Universal Roblox announced they would be removing all intellectual property from the game, as a way to both stay original, but to also avoid the fact that they had begun making profit off Universal IP that they didn't own. Also on January 3rd, the Back to the Future ride closed for good. A few weeks later, Rip Ride Rocket and The Walking Dead had their IP removed, and due to Roblox's new restriction on copyrighted music, the Cinematic Spectacular closed just a week later. Following this, Jurassic Park, including all the attractions within, became the next victims of IP loss. After a dormant few weeks, Cabana Bay had its name changed to Summer Bay, and City Walk had also suffered a similar fate a while earlier. In July, Universal Roblox announced the Epic Movie Ride, a Universal knockoff of the Great Movie Ride, which was set to open in early 2023. Along with the announcement, the game received an updated interface, as well as a new nightclub called The Groove. Later that month, Fast and Furious was renamed to Furious Racing, along with the permanent closure of Harry Potter: The Forbidden Journey. By this point, the only rides remaining with IP were Ghostbusters Paranormal Pursuit and Revenge of the Mummy. But Ghostbusters would close in October of 2022, leaving the Revenge of the Mummy as the last ride in the park with IP. After the disastrous year of 2022, Universal Roblox had a chance to rebuild from its losses, and they took it. Just a few weeks after the new year, Epic Movie Ride opened, and it was an instant hit. After a few months of mostly dormancy aside from a few small updates, Revenge of the Mummy got a complete overhaul alongside its IP removal, officially ending an era for Universal Studios Roblox. However, that fall, Universal Roblox would see its biggest park update in years. This new update completely redid the London and New York sections, and most notably, the removal of Sci-Fi City and the new interactive land, Comic Book Block. This update also included the addition of World Expo and a new flat ride called Astroworld that's totally not a ripoff of an old Disneyland spinner ride. While the anchor attraction of Comic Book Block was still wrapping up development, Universal Roblox welcomed Kingdom Flyers into the park in April 2024. Just 2 months later, Universal Roblox's newest, and possibly its last ever immersive attraction, opened. After Web Adventures, Zombie Outbreak would close in June 2025, to be replaced with Halloween Scare Nights Presents, which plans to rotate the mazes featured at the park's most recent Halloween event. In June 2026, due to Roblox's new publishing reach, almost all future development for Universal Studios Roblox was forced to be stopped. The only attraction indefinitely in development is the new nighttime show, Universe of Wonders. But after a decade of development, loss, recovery, and an ever-growing fan community, Universal Roblox has lived an interesting life, simply born from a player who thought it would be cool to replicate it in Roblox, a dream to possibly become the #1 theme park on Roblox, and in the end, it did. But it came at the cost of having its IP removed and the loss of many beloved attractions. Universal Roblox still holds on, but the only question is, for how long? This has been the history of Universal Roblox. Thanks for watching.